Hey everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah.
And I'm Bill, your co-host. We're so excited you're here today because we've got a really helpful episode for all English learners.
Absolutely. If you've ever listened to a native English speaker and thought, wait, what did they just say? You're not alone.
Exactly. Native speakers often speak super fast. They connect words, drop sounds, and use a lot of informal phrases. It's totally normal to feel lost at first.
But don't worry. Today we're going to share 5 powerful listening techniques that will help you understand fast English more easily.
These are practical tips you can start using right after this episode, whether you're watching a movie, listening to a podcast, or having a real conversation.
So, get comfortable, grab your notebook if you want, and let's jump into how to understand fast English. All right, before we dive into the techniques, let's first talk about why fast English is so difficult to understand for many learners.
Yeah, that's a great place to start. I mean, when you're learning English in school or from textbooks, you're usually taught slow, clear, and perfect English. But in real life, that's not what you hear.
Exactly. Native speakers speak quickly, they connect their words, and they often drop sounds altogether. It's like they're speaking a different language.
Right. For example, the question "did you eat" becomes "did you eat?" And "what are you doing?" turns into "what you doing?"
Yes. And if you're not used to hearing those reductions or linking sounds, it can feel impossible to catch what they're saying.
Plus, native speakers use a lot of slang and idioms. You might hear someone say, "I'm gonna hit the sack," and if you don't know that phrase, it sounds confusing. But really, they just mean, "I'm going to bed."
And let's not forget about TV shows, movies, and real conversations. People talk over each other. They mumble, they use emotion, sarcasm,
Or speak with regional accents. It's a lot for learners to take in.
So the challenge isn't just speed, it's also the way English changes in natural conversation.
But the good news is you can train your ears to understand fast English. And that's exactly what we're going to help you do in this episode.
Yes! Let's get started with technique number 1, one of my favorites, and it's super simple to begin today. All right, let's jump into the first technique, and that is train your ear with real English.
This one is huge. If you want to understand fast English, you have to listen to the way native speakers really talk, not just textbook examples.
Exactly. A lot of learners stick with slow, clear recordings or scripted lessons. That's okay at the beginning, but at some point, you've got to move into the real world.
And real English sounds messy sometimes. People speak quickly. They use slang, contractions, and they don't always pronounce every word clearly.
So how do you train your ear? Well, start by listening to things native speakers actually listen to. That could be TV shows, movies, YouTube videos, vlogs, or even podcasts like this one.
And don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. That's normal. In fact, it's good to be confused a little. It means your brain is trying to adjust and learn.
Yes! And try to choose something that's fun or interesting to you. If you love cooking, watch English cooking videos. If you like comedy, start with sitcoms like Friends or The Office.
Here's a tip. Don't just watch once. Rewatch the same scene or video a few times. The first time, just listen. The second time, use subtitles. The third time, turn subtitles off and see how much you understand now.
That's so helpful. The more you hear natural English, the more your brain gets used to the speed, rhythm, and sound patterns.
Exactly. Over time, things that once sounded fast and confusing will start to sound normal.
So remember, don't avoid fast English, train with it. Your ears will thank you later.
All right, ready for technique number 2? This one is great for beginners and intermediate learners.
Okay, let's move on to technique number 2, which is one of the best tools for learners today. Use slow listening and speed control.
Yes, this is a game changer. Most video platforms like YouTube or Netflix let you slow down the speed of the audio, and that can really help when you're trying to catch fast speech.
Exactly. If native English sounds too fast for you, don't stress. Just start by slowing it down to, say, 75% speed or even 50% if needed.
That way, your brain has more time to process the sounds, the rhythm, and the way words connect. Then, once you feel comfortable, you can increase the speed gradually back to normal speed or even faster if you want a challenge.
Let's try an example. I'll say a sentence at natural speed and you try to catch it. Ready?
I'm ready, go for it.
What you gonna do this weekend?
Ooh, that was fast. Okay, now say it slowly.
What are you going to do this weekend?
Ah, now it's clear. So when we slow things down, we hear each word. But when it's fast, it becomes, what you gonna do?
Yes, that's the magic of speed control. Use it as a training tool, not forever, but just until your ears catch up.
And remember, you can also pause, rewind, and replay difficult parts as many times as you need. It's not cheating, it's smart practice.
Definitely. So if fast English feels overwhelming, try slowing it down, then speed up as your listening improves. It's like building muscle. Start light, then lift heavier.
Love that. Okay, ready for the next one? This one's active and powerful.
All right, it's time for technique number 3, and this one is super effective for both listening and speaking. It's called shadowing practice. This one
Yes! Shadowing is when you listen to a sentence and immediately repeat it out loud, trying to copy the exact speed, pronunciation, and intonation of the speaker.
That's right. You're basically shadowing their voice like a shadow that follows them. It trains your ears and your mouth at the same time.
And it helps you notice things like connected speech, reductions, and natural rhythm. Things like, I'm gonna go, instead of, I am going to go.
Let's give our listeners a quick demo. I'll say a sentence like a native speaker, and Bill, you try to shadow it right after me.
Okay, I'll try. Let's do it.
I don't know if he's gonna make it.
I don't know if he's gonna make it.
Nice. See how fast and connected that sounds?
And it feels natural once you get the hang of it, but the first time, it's tricky.
That's totally normal. Here's how learners can start. 1. Choose a short audio clip, maybe 10 to 20 seconds. 2. Play one sentence. 3. Pause and repeat it out loud, mimicking the speaker exactly. 4. Do it several times until you match the flow.
And you can use videos, audiobooks, or even podcast episodes like this one. Just make sure it's real spoken English.
Also, don't worry if you can't match it perfectly at first. It's all about training your brain and mouth to work together.
Exactly. A few minutes a day of shadowing will massively improve your listening and your speaking fluency too.
All right, let's move to technique number 4. It's all about spotting the patterns in fast speech. Let's keep going. Technique number 4 is super important if you want to understand fast English. It's about learning to focus on common phrases and linking words.
Yeah, because when native speakers talk fast, they don't pronounce every word clearly. Instead, they link words together, and that's what makes it hard to catch each one.
Exactly. For example, we don't usually say, "What are you doing?" We say, "What you doing?" It's faster, more casual, and super common.
Here's another one. I'm going to becomes I'm gonna. Or let me see turns into let me see.
And these phrases are used all the time. So instead of learning only individual words, start learning chunks phrases that native speakers naturally use together.
Right. If you hear gonna and don't know it means going to, you might totally miss the meaning of the sentence.
Let's try a quick quiz. I'll say a fast, connected phrase and you tell me what it means, okay?
All right. Hit me.
Give me a sec.
Oh, that's give me a second. A short time.
Nice. Okay, how about I don't know?
That one's easy. It means I don't know.
Perfect. See how useful these little phrases are?
So for our listeners, start writing down these common phrases when you hear them. Don't just focus on individual words. Native English is full of patterns.
And once you recognize those patterns, it becomes so much easier to understand fast English.
Okay, let's move on to technique number 5. This one's all about being active with your listening.
All right, now it's time for our final technique, technique number 5. Listen actively, not passively.
All right, now it's time for our final technique, technique number 5. Listen actively, not passively.
Passive listening is okay sometimes, but if you really want to improve, you need to listen actively. That means paying full attention, engaging with the audio, and trying to understand what's happening.
Exactly. Here are a few ways to listen actively. Take notes while you listen. Pause and repeat difficult sentences. Use subtitles, then try listening without them.
Ask yourself, what's the topic? Who's speaking? What's their opinion?
I also recommend using transcripts if they're available. Read along while listening, then try again with your eyes closed to test your ears.
And don't be afraid to rewind. If you miss something, go back and listen again. That's what active learners do.
Yes. The goal is to train your brain to listen carefully and catch fast English naturally over time.
So remember, don't just let English wash over you. Dive in and get involved with what you're hearing.
Great job! Let's do a quick recap before we wrap things up. All right, let's quickly review the 5 techniques to help you understand fast English.
Number 1. Train your ear with real English. Listen to native content daily. Number 2. Use slow listening and speed control to build up gradually. Number 3. Practice shadowing to improve your rhythm and pronunciation. Number 4. Focus on common phrases and linking words to recognize natural speech. Number 5. Listen actively, not passively engage with what you hear.
And remember, you don't have to be perfect. Just keep practicing a little every day, and your listening skills will improve.
Yes, be patient, have fun with the process, and celebrate your progress. Even understanding one new phrase is a win.
You've got this. Stick around. We've got one more thing before we wrap up. That's all for today's episode of the English Learning Podcast. We hope these 5 listening techniques help you feel more confident when listening to fast English.
And if you found this helpful, don't forget to follow or subscribe to the podcast so you never miss a new episode.
Also, feel free to share this with a friend who's learning English. Learning together is even more fun.
If you have any questions or want us to cover a specific topic, leave a comment or send us a message. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks so much for listening. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and remember, you're doing great.
See you next time on the English Learning Podcast. Bye for now.
Bye.